Hello and welcome to this new tutorial. And in this tutorial, we are going to be learning how to sell a course on Teachable. Now, when you come to teachable.com, and that link will be available in the description of this video, you can check the pricing at the top here. And you notice they have four basic plans. So we have the free one, we have the basic that goes for $39. Then we have the pro that goes for $119, and then we have the business that goes for $499. In our case, we are going to be using the free version. So we are going to click on start for free down here. And then you are going to input your details here, your full name, your email, your password, and then you confirm the password. Click on agree, then you click on create account, and then you answer the basic questions that will be asked. Maybe how did you hear about us? How many people in your company? And once you do that, your account will be complete and it will bring you to this site where now you can see the details. Now, this is where it brings you. You notice here we have Joe Match, that is the name that I gave, but all this we can edit. So to now edit your online account, you notice down here you can create a digital download. You can set up a coaching service here. You can set up your school. So let us start by setting up a school here. So you click on add your basic school information. You notice I called my school here Joe Match Video School. I can click on edit and then I can give it a different name. I'll call it Lynette Video School and then I'll click on save. Now you notice our name has changed there, and then we can change the business name, and then we can still maybe call it Lynette School, maybe Lynette Studio School. Then you click on save. So you basically edit all the details here, the emails that you want people to reply to, and then this your sender's email. You can edit that. You can also add your mailing address. Those are simple things to do. Then you can look at your school status. The school is currently online. Then when I look at courses here, you notice for the courses, we can do the settings for our courses. We can look at this one, autocomplete lessons. So automatically mark lessons as complete when the final video is finished playing. So if I set that this way, then it means that once the video completes playing, then that lesson will be marked as complete. I can leave it that way. And then I can also autoplay videos. I can set all this. That is how you set up the school. We can now build a course. So once you come to products down here, we can build a course from here. And here you can continue building a course, and you can also view the courses you have created. So if I click on view course, you notice I had already added a course here for video editing. So to create a course, you simply come to here, products, under courses. You now click at the top here to create a new course. And then now you give the details for your course here. Maybe my course here is about Photoshop, and then you can get help to generate the course outline. And this is currently at an experimental level, but it's good you use that because it's actually AI generated. And in this YouTube channel, we have so many other tutorials on how to use artificial intelligence, AI, and you are welcome to watch those ones. So I'll click on that so that I can get help to generate the content for Photoshop. Then I'll click on continue. Then here you describe your course. In this case, I'm going to describe it as how to use Photoshop. Then I'll click on generate. So in this case now, Teachable helps to generate for me content for my course. You notice here we have the course outline has been generated for me. What is Photoshop? Exploring the user interface, basic image editing. We have advanced topics. We have output and sharing. And then down here, you notice we can either click on continue with outline or use a blank outline if we don't want this. But if you like this one and you need to edit, don't worry, you can edit it at a later stage. So I'm satisfied with it. I'm going to click on continue with the outline. And then you see now your course has been created. I click on continue. Now it takes me to the admin page for now the curriculum. Now notice here we have introduction, what is Photoshop, exploring the user interface, and then we have all the details here, basic video editing, advanced topics. So you notice now my course has been fully added. But now the course doesn't have the content. Then that is now I can add the content to each one of my sections. Now, I can also delete the sections that I don't want. For instance, if I come to what is Photoshop, if I click on publish, then that will be published. But if I click on these three dots, you notice I can rename this or I can duplicate this. So maybe what is Photoshop? Maybe I want to call it Introduction to Photoshop. I'll just click on rename. Then I call this Introduction to Photoshop. And then I click on save. You notice we can use the templates that have been given there. And to customize fonts and colors, we can go to themes and then we can edit all that. And then we can also view all the templates here. For instance, if I click on the first template here and I click on activate, then I click on preview. So you now notice we have come to this site where we have the course curriculum, and then we have your instructor here. My name has been added there, and under profile, we can even put a picture there. And if someone starts, they simply click on start. And then as they progress, they simply be clicking on complete and continue. And now if I go to the course setup here, I can now edit other details here. I can add images here for maybe the introduction. I can put what I need there. And then I can also use drip for my course. If I click on drip here or on this other side here for drip, I'm now able to set my schedule for my course content here. For instance, if I now come to the introduction, basic image editing, I can set the schedule there. If I click on set schedule, I can release by specific date or days after enrollment. Or I can also just automatically release this course on a specific date. I click on specific date, then I can just set the date here. I can say maybe this course will be released on 13th. I click on that, and then I click on activate. And now my course has been activated. You notice now we have 0 students, but none has access yet and all this. So that is how you do that. Now, how do we add the price for our courses? We simply come down here for pricing, and then you click on add pricing plan. You click there, and then you can decide to set a price. Is it free? Is it a one-time purchase? Or it needs a payment plan or a subscription? So let me assume I want it to be a one-time purchase. You click on one-time purchase, and then you decide on the amount here. Let's put it at 500 US dollars. Then we give it the name here. Let's just call it Photoshop. And then you give the short description there. And then down here, the same. You give the description, and then you can limit here the enrollment by cap or expiration date so that you can enroll up to a certain number. You put the cap, you click on add pricing plan, and pricing plan has been added. Now you notice up here, we have our plan name, it is Photoshop. We have plan type, one-time purchase, and then we have, if it's recurrent, it's not. We have the price here, and then we have the checkout URL here. And then for the sales page, this is where now you see we have our Photoshop course here, and then we can edit the sales page here. We can add a new sales page, but we can also edit the sales page we have here already. You click on that, and then now here, you can now add your content. So this way we have the page blocks for the sales page. You can set a button action here, then you can edit all this. So for instance, if I click on banner at the top there, you notice my banner is selected. Then I can now edit the banner. Then I can choose the text here for the banner. I'll call it Lanet Studios Photoshop class. So you notice now we have our content there. Then we can edit this part. Welcome to our lesson on basic Photoshop. And so that is how you can now edit all your content for each stage of your course. The titles here, the lecturer, you can add the lecturer's names here. Maybe this button, we can give it a URL that leads, for instance, maybe to a video. So it can also lead to go to the checkout page. If now you want to sell the course, maybe it takes us to the checkout page. And then we can now, you notice if I click on the checkout page, it puts the price that I had put for the Photoshop class. Then you can also add a button here. We can set on buy this course, and then you now notice this is how it looks. So when a person comes to our sales, he will just find this Lanet Studio Photoshop class. Welcome to our class on basic Photoshop. And the person will click on buy this course. And because we have already given this button the option to go to the checkout, then automatically it gives the pricing, and then we have already set our checkout details. The person gets the course. You can also decide for the others which font we want, the color there. So you notice currently it's black and it's not well visible. And so that is simply how you sell a course on Teachable. I hope this has been helpful. Kindly like this video, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.